Hey, hi everyone. How are you guys doing? I hope I am visible and you all can hear me as well. Okay, how are you doing, guys? Just a second. Yes. Okay, 1 second. Okay, how are you guys doing? Okay, so welcome again, once again, to this GRE King Live series. So, as I already mentioned, that every day 10 p.m., you just have to book your slots and attend these lives. I'll be covering up topics which are related to GRE and the latest updates on GRE and how do you prepare yourself in the upcoming months. Because as I mentioned that yesterday also, if you see my live, I've already mentioned that people who are aiming for fall 2021, okay, maximum by October 15, that should be the end date that you have to give your GRE. Uske baad dena is not advisable because there are a lot of other things that you have to focus on. Okay, so today we will be discussing about taking GRE at home. What are the do's and don'ts, whether you should appear for the GRE take home test or whether you should wait for the center to reopen in your particular area, and what are like how it is actually conducted if you're planning to do a take home test. So what all things you need to keep in mind. Okay, so that is going to be the agenda for today. Before that, all of the people who are very, very, very serious about the preparation, I would recommend that all the students are already attending Mondays and Fridays. Every Monday and every Friday, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock is GRE special lectures, live lectures which are going on by toppers. So that is something that you have to enroll for. If you check the link in the description, you would get access to the course link. You have to use coupon code GRE King 50 and you can avail the course in say 50% off, which is 8,000. So that is something that you can do. Along with that, I would request all of you guys to watch my yesterday's live wherein I have spoken about what should be the preparation plan, and I've told you that all the sectional tests that are there on your dashboards and how you have to appear for all of those sectional tests. Maybe tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a video, and I'm going to actually put up a video on our dashboard, how it looks like and how will you get access to different things which are there on the dashboard. So that is something that I would want to do. I'll share it with by tomorrow. So today, coming to the topic, okay, GRE test taking strategies, whether you should take at home or whether you should go to the center and give it. Okay, so around March, okay, around March, the ETS, the committee that organizes your GRE, where you go to places and you give it. So they announced that all the students will be able to take a take home GRE test. Okay, and people were able to take up test till July 15th or something. You could actually book up. But right now, as the pandemic is going on, they have been reopening the centers at lot of places in India primarily, but still I know of the places, I did my research, I know of the places in India only wherein you would not be able to actually go and give the test at one of the centers because the centers are not open due to pandemic. Okay, now one query which I take a lot of consultations. Anybody, if you want to uh, take a consultation from me, there is a link, calendly link given below. You can schedule your appointment with me and I'll be able to help you out. So what students tell me is that abhi August ho gaya, September ho gaya hai, ki whether I should give the test at home or whether I should wait for the center at my place to open. So I was, before doing this live, I was checking up the centers in and around Mumbai. Okay, so I found that for August and September, lot of centers are open, but they are working at restricted capacity. Like there'll not be many appointments available in a particular day, but the centers are functioning in Mumbai. So you can check up, that's free. Like you can actually go to the ETS website and you can check up, put your destination where you want to give the test, and you can actually check up which places are available. Okay, that would be one good thing. Now let's focus on what are the things you need to keep in mind if a test center has not opened up in your locality. Okay, and you have to give the test at home. Okay, so please sit with a pen and paper and listen to me carefully throughout the live. And if you still have any doubts, queries, you have issues with your preparation strategies, anything, drop in comment and I'll ensure that I cover it in one of my lives. And every day 10 p.m, book your slots. I'm going to do lives and I'll be talking about a lot of things and helping you with your preparation strategy. So let's begin. First and the most important thing that you need to keep in mind is take home exams are going to be conducted, the paper pattern, the time limit, the breaks in between, everything is going to be similar to the way you actually would have given your GRE in a test center. Okay, so no change in format, no change in scoring, the type of questions, no change in time limit, everything is consistent the way it used to be when you actually appeared, when you were going to give it at the actual center. Okay, more importantly, the scores also will be out as soon as you click on the submit button. Okay, so you would get your quantitative aptitude and verbal scores, but usually your AWA scores reach you within like 2 weeks. That's the maximum that you get your AWA and the proper detailed report. Okay, so that's going to happen exactly as it used to happen for if you were going to actually go to the center and give the test. Now what you have to keep in mind, okay, so for all the people जिनके एरिया में और जिनकी सिटी में अभी तक टेस्ट सेंटर्स ओपन नहीं हुए हैं, वो हुए हैं कि नहीं हुए हैं, ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस कैन गो ऑन ईटीएस के वेबसाइट पे जाके अपना एरिया डालो एंड वहां पे तुम्हें पता चल जाएगा कि व्हाट सेंटर्स आर ओपन एंड व्हाट डेट्स दे आर अवेलेबल फॉर. अगर तुम्हारे एरिया में ओपन हो गया है, आई वुड मतलब रेकमेंड अगर उधर जाके देना, बिकॉज घर पे भी तुम दोगे तो डोंट थिंक कि लाइक यू कैन ट्वीक समथिंग और कुछ आंसर पता चल सकता है एंड ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स. माइंड माय वर्ड्स, ETS is going to be very strict with regulations, and they have this very the facility which is actually proctoring your test, or there'll be a person who will actually record your entire screen, and we will see that there is no occurrence of anybody else in the room where you're giving the test. The testing, the company's name is Proctoru. Okay, and they are one of the best in the countries who actually do it. So your screen is going to be recorded throughout the exam. You will not be able to see a proctor. Okay, you will not be able to see a proctor, but there will be a proctor who is actually going to take your there'll be a camera, your photograph will be taken, that will be matched with the photo identity that you have actually given to them. So all of those things are going to be really super strict. One more important thing that you need to keep in mind, if you're planning to give it at home, you are not ready, so there are certain things that you have to keep in mind. First and the most important thing is, you always, whether you are giving the test, you need a desk and a chair to actually sit and give the test. Okay, I am not saying, as it is mentioned on the website, they are very strict with it. You can't sit on the floor and give the test, sit on the couch and give the test. Everything is going to be monitored. It is also mentioned that, on the desk, there should not be any unwanted things. Like, it should be a clean desk with just your system. Okay, no water, no no food, because when you actually go to the test center, during the time that you are giving the test, you are not allowed any water bottle or any food. You only have to go out and use your, if you have kept your water bottle, or there are filters kept there. So it is going to happen in the same way. Also, very important thing, please ensure that if you're giving it home, there is nobody to disturb you, or just tell the world, tell your family members to not interrupt you, not to enter in the room, because if they enter in the room or they interrupt you, if they are moving out behind, so it might result in cancellation of your GRE exam with no refund. Okay, all of these instructions are very clearly written on the ETS website. So those are the things that you have to keep in mind. Be very cautious of the fact that you are giving it at your home, but you are being monitored continuously. Okay, next important thing, you also have to be able to, you need a proper microphone, like whether it is inbuilt or external, anything is fine. If it is on your PC also, that's fine. Microphone, your webcam should be properly functioning. You might have to rotate your desktop or the laptop that you are using to show the proctor your home setting. So you might have to twist it like this, that, and show them the entire room, that it does not have any other member, or it does not have anything that you can actually use as a help in your exams. So all of these things you have to do. Very, very, very important thing, your system, the system that you are using. Okay, the system that you are using, uh, it has to be a Windows operating system. So all the Mac users, if you are a Mac user, I have actually written down all the important factors so I don't forget it. So it has to be a Windows operating system. Even if you're using a Mac, you need to have a Windows operating system. That's something that is given there on the website. Second is you need to have a Chrome or a Firefox web browser. Okay, Chrome or Firefox, recommended by them is a Chrome browser. Third thing is you need to install or you need to have access to the ETS browser also. Okay, these are the mandatory requirements. If your system does not support all of this, I recommend that don't try to attempt GRE at home. Okay, all of these are very important factors mentioned on the ETS website, which I have tried to curate a video and I'm telling all of you. Okay, so you need to have an ETS browser, or also you need to have a Proctoru extension. Okay, so Proctoru is the site which is going to they are using all the artificial intelligence methods and live proctors to actually make sure that you are giving the exam in a very in the same environment as you would give the actual exam. Okay, so all of these things matter. Again, I'm just going to repeat it. Windows operating system. Okay, Mac nahi chalega. Mac hai agar MacBook hai to just ensure you install a Windows operating system, Chrome or Firefox extension, ETS browser, and Proctoru experience का extension रहना चाहिए तुम्हारे पास. So all of these things are mandatory. Please ensure that all the notifications on your desktop, laptop are off. Okay, all the notifications on your desktops are off, and at the same time, one important thing that you have to keep in mind is that no other browser is open, and during the test please don't try to open up any other website or any other thing. It just has to be your screen with the exam. Okay, so I have few people joining in and they have few questions. So Vijay, hey, hi Vijay, good morning. Good morning. Okay, nice. So I am joining in from Boston. Okay, so it's afternoon around about, it's 12:45 here. Ishan, ma'am, the centers are open near my area but the transportation is yet to be open. Okay, so if it is centers are open, look out for transportation. If it is there for people who don't have access to system, yeah, matlab maybe एक study table or chair or something or those things, and room में maybe you are not able to actually give a test in a setting where there is nobody else, family members हैं, so look for alternative. Okay, look for alternative. कोई friend का घर है यहाँ पे कहीं पे जाके who has a Windows operating system and all of these proper facilities so that you can actually give the test. Otherwise, I would recommend that most important thing which I've seen in majorly in India, the Wi-Fi. Okay, so please ensure that the Wi-Fi and all of those things that you are using is very much stable. Okay, because a lot of times you have that in your mind that oh my god agar kuch ho gaya, and these are technical issues. When we go and give the test there to wo unka headache hota hai, but tum agar apne ghar pe doge, और since ये सारे instructions already website पे दिए हुए हैं, so you have to abide by them. Okay, and trust me, ETS people, like having given GRE there, they are very strict, and since it is already mentioned, so they are not going to अच्छा चलो घर पे है नहीं है उसके पास तो चलेगा. No, that attitude is not going to work out. um, they might if all of these issues occur, so your exam might get cancelled, and there, so इसका मतलब ये भी नहीं है कि डरना है. What I'm trying to enforce on all of you is just ensure that you have all the requirements, all the things are set up before you actually pay for the exam. Okay, like pay for the take home exam. Okay, now one very good thing also which ETS did was that अगर कुछ reschedule करना है exam ये पैंडेमिक के टाइम पे, या तो अगर एग्जाम अपने आप सेंटर बंद हो गया था और फिर रीस्केड्यूल नहीं हो पाया, सो फॉर दिस टाइम फॉर रीस्केड्यूलिंग एंड एवरीथिंग दे आर ऑफरिंग अ फुल refund of your, they are not charging any extra money for the refund which is there. So that's the good part. So if you had a test which was cancelled or postponed because of this COVID and you have to reschedule it, so you can do that. They are not asking you any extra money. You can also change your at center test to take home test. Okay, all of these things if there is no proper facility there. Okay, one more important thing, जो भी GRE देने जाता है, actual exam में तुम GRE देने जाते हो, so they check you, they take your photograph and everything, and on top of that they match your passport size and all of photos and everything. So all of those things are going to happen यहाँ पे भी. Okay, with the web camera they are going to take a picture, they are going to match it up through artificial intelligence and all of those things. Another important thing, जब तुम एक्चुअल जीआरई का एग्जाम दे रहे होते हो, सो यू डोंट गेट अ पेन एंड पेपर, ओके? सो पेन एंड पेपर नहीं मिलता एक्चुअल जीआरई एग्जाम में. इट्स अ स्लेट और अ व्हाइट बोर्ड काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग which is erasable. So they give you those dry markers, you solve, and you can, you know, actually erase it. Okay, so that is thing. So एक बहुत ही clearly उनके website पे लिखा हुआ है कि they will not allow you to use pen and paper. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to either buy a very small paper size whiteboard. Okay, बड़ा whiteboard नहीं चाहिए, उनके website पे लिखा है कि small whiteboard is allowed. So buy a small whiteboard, okay, and you can use tissue papers for actually wiping it up. Okay, so whatever you write, you can use tissue papers for wiping it up. ये सब उनके website पे clearly लिखा है. You get 3-4 dry markers so that you know कुछ ink ये हो गया वो सारी चीजें. So markers पे कुछ number नहीं लिखा हुआ है. So get a small whiteboard. Now for people who cannot get access to a small whiteboard, what you have to do is use those white transparent plastic sheets आते हैं, the thick ones. उसके अंदर एक paper डाल दो. Okay, so on a normal sheet of paper, like an A4 size sheet, वो white transparent erasable paper आता है, like you know, white plastic आता है जिसके ऊपर marker से लिखो फिर तुम rub कर सकते हो. So if you can get access to that white sheet, so one sheet is enough. Why? Because before you end the test, after you submit the test, they are going to see whether you are erasing whatever you have written. So pen and paper वो लोग नहीं allowed करेंगे. वो time पे जाके don't think that you know you can cry it out and हाँ बोल देंगे. No, your exam will be cancelled. So just ensure that you know you have a whiteboard marker or a sheet with a white plastic sheet wherein you know you can write and you can erase, because that is how it happens in the actual GRE. Okay, so that is something that I want all of you all to keep in mind. Next and the most important thing is that you know some people also say that jo scores rehte hain, like the scores which are there during the actual GRE, you can click on the submit button and the scores get directly sent to the universities you want them to go. Okay, so ये take home test में भी ये allowed रहेगा. Like once you are done with the test, you will get option of like you know sending your scores to the universities. So all the criteria, okay, the number of questions, the time period, there is a break also. So during that break time, you will be allowed to go out. All of those things will be there. It is going to be exactly conducted the way it was conducted at the actual center. Okay, just be very sure of the fact that you know you have all the possible resources and capabilities to give the test at home. Okay, your server should not crash, windows operating system होना चाहिए, whiteboard होना चाहिए, all of those things, because उसमें फिर तुम कुछ help नहीं कर सकते. So if you have already got like you know if your centers have already opened up, go to the ETS website, check it out that you know अगर center open हुआ है, अगर open हो गया है तो I would recommend that book कर लो वहां पे जाके, because I'm assuming unless and until you are 110% sure and you trust your Wi-Fi and all your system capabilities, then only attempt the test at home. This I'm primarily talking about people in India, because lot of places you don't have like you know that much amount of speed or all of those capabilities, and you stay in home when you know people might interrupt you now and then, unless and until you can just you know just shush them like for 3 hours 45 minutes, and you can sit at one place. The positive points is that you know you can practice in the same environment. अगर सब कुछ सेट है, तुम्हारा सिस्टम सेट है, एवरीथिंग इज वर्किंग परफेक्टली फाइन, सो यू कैन प्रैक्टिस इट ऑन अ डेली बेसिस इंस्टेड ऑफ लाइक यू नो यूजिंग अ पेन एंड अ पेपर. वो स्क्रैच बोर्ड या व्हाइट बोर्ड पे प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो, सो दैट यू एक्चुअली गेट द फील ऑफ द एग्जाम. Okay, so this is all I wanted to talk to you about in this video. Like you know I just wanted to give you all the instructions. Everything is there on the ETS website, you can check it out. I am going to see you tomorrow at same time 10 p.m. Till then, this is Aishwarya signing off. There is a link given below. You can schedule an appointment with me. All the serious aspirants only, if you want some help and want to score like you know more than 320 plus in the next 2 months. Okay, I have already mentioned why it is important next 2 months में GRE देके खत्म करना, because आगे बहुत सारे और काम भी रहेंगे. So just stay glued. Check out all the links in the description. There are free ebooks, PDFs. You can schedule an appointment with me, and you can use the coupon code GRE King 50 and get to the course wherein you will get all the recorded video lectures. This is Aishwarya signing off. Bye bye. Do drop in comments and let me know which videos you want me to do next. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 10 o'clock. Till then, bye bye. Have a great night. Bye bye.